Hello and welcome to Crack Fu. Been inspired to show this technique after watching Tomo from the Martial Geeks.
All right, so I'm not gonna go too much in depth with this technique because I've actually made a video on it, or at least on the variant that I've performed in a fight, but it's guided by the same principles and I explore it in that video. So go check it out if you wanna see stuff about that type of entrance and getting a takedown.
On Friday he uploaded an example of Kung Fu in MMA, and it's pretty much this throw. He showed an example of him using it in one of his MMA fights, then went on to show it being used in a fight between two of the greatest that have ever set foot in the octagon. In my system, Practical Wudang Tai Chi Chuan, it's called Fair Lady Works the Shuttles. So I won't worry too much about leading into it. We'll take it from this starting point. Fair Lady Works the Shuttles. So we bring arm forward, around, back, turn, sink.
And a beautiful dump.
And then forward and round.
Oh, nice combo. Calling for some elbows here.
And if I just step through, do the same on this side.
Open on the forehead or so it appears.
So weight goes forward, weight goes back, turn in, turn, sink, and round.
Straight right-handed and dump there from Sam Knight. Did he get dumped to the canvas like yesterday?
So as I say, Tomo from the Martial Geeks used pretty much this throw. I've seen it in MMA, seen it a lot more in Muay Thai, probably because weight distribution, the penalties from falling over are a lot less in Muay Thai than they are in MMA. If you're practicing this technique, whether it's for the throw or whether it's for the form, this is why learning the techniques for the form is really important so that you can do it properly. So when we when we turn this way, before we turn back, we have to sink here. We have to sink, turn it around over and bring it round. An important thing to note about this technique, whether you're practicing it just for the form or whether you're actually performing the throw. So if we take it from, we've come back here, we turn. This is why it's so important to learn the techniques if you want to perform the form properly. So here, we have to sink. Before we move forward, we have to sink. If we don't sink, the throw isn't going to be effective. If I try to turn here and my weight's up here, I'm going to end up throwing myself off to the side. On the flip side to that, if I'm doing the form and I just kind of rock forward, I'm off balance, and more importantly, I'm not getting the exercise, the muscle work that if I sink down. I sink and then I'm coordinating going forwards, turning, weight forwards. Go through the other side, so here, so sinking. And then my weight, I'm trying to finish off when my weight's all the way forward and my body is turned. If I'm not coordinating that, I'm the drive to bring it through. And again, if I'm not doing that in the form, it's going to look ugly and I'm not getting the same workout if I'm doing it properly. So if I'm sinking, all my weight's here, ready to drive forwards. you can imagine, I'm coming in for the throw. I've dodged a strike, or I've entered in from a grapple exchange. I'm going to turn into that throw. I have to sink. It's not going to work if I don't. Again, looking at the examples that I've shown, they're a lot sloppier. It's not going to be as neat as if I demonstrate. I nearly slipped over them. If I demonstrate, you know, very nice. If I had someone here to do it, I could no doubt slide in, perform the throw, and it'd look very neat. The other thing to note again, obviously, is that to perform this technique in a live environment against resistance, you're going to need footwork. So if someone was to punch in, I might come off the side, because the most important thing, obviously, is to get out of the way of the punch. Even if I miss or I come in and protect, the punch is going to go away from me. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to guide the arm round, or I'm going to just twist my body. I'm going to push my leg in, and I'm going to push him over my legs, or over my leg. When I used to practice this at Dan's class, I was never very good at it. Probably because I was trying to be too neat with the technique. I never quite got the time in to perform this throw. Since I've gone on to do jiu-jitsu and MMA, I've really learnt to love this actual throw, and I can now see why Dan was so insistent on learning it. Anyway, I'm going to share Tomo's video in the description. Let me know what you think of this technique. Let me know if you've used it. Let me know if you don't think it works. Let me know if you think that my interpretation of that move is complete and utter nonsense. Right, T-Talk. This is probably the last portable set I own. Although, because these seem to be popular for some reason, I've actually ordered another set from Temu. So this set is just basically a little tiny teapot, and it comes with these even tinier cups. Forget about them, not even going to use them. Comes in this case. It's good to have a carry case. And it comes with this tea holder, which again is handy. This spoon doesn't come with it, it's a teaspoon. Usually fine for this little pot. One spoon is enough. It also comes with this handy cloth for wiping down and stuff, but I brought my micro towel because this picnic table is extremely dirty. So again, this is what you need to be careful for when you order these things online. They're very small cups. What I tend to do is I'll go and order this very nice cup. I like this one a lot. It's like a couple of quid off Temu. So tea's in there, get the hot water, fill it up and let it steep. So what have I been up to? I have been in a massive funk the last couple of weeks. I put on weight. I got a bit down about that.
You fat bastard! 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 You fat bastard!
Then Dave Chesser, watch one of his videos.
Going to be combining basic stance.
He said, what's your barrier to doing Kung Fu? And I just commented, being lazy. He commented back, discipline is freedom. And it really resonated with me. I went home, I stopped procrastinating, stopped getting caught up in some of the crap that's going on in my life at the moment, and I got on with it. And now I am below the weight I was before I start putting the weight back on. All is good. Tai Chi is working. I just need to be disciplined about it. Thanks, Dave, for that. So I've let this steep. I will pour the first one into the cup. This warms the pot and the cup, and it also, first one is never that nice, so we just put some more water in. There's more in this little pot than I thought it was, you know. I always forget how much is in that little tiny teapot. So I'll just let that steep a bit more. So I'm back on track with my weight loss. I really want to focus more on not just losing weight, but on like building muscle, getting rid of that fat a lot more than just because I've lost the weight. I want to lose some of the fat, but maybe keep some of the weight. Again, thank you, Dave, for kicking me up the arse. I have now written down a plan, a workout regime. I've been very here, there and everywhere with it, just doing a bit of form now and then, doing some Qigong, doing some these kind of Qigong exercises that I've been showing, and not focusing on what is going to build that muscle, what is going to give me a good workout. But that has now come to an end. I'm going to give it a couple of weeks, see the results. If it's positive, I'll share with you what I've been doing. But for now, let's have some tea. Let's see if this little teapot will fill up the whole of this cup. Look at that, it really does. Right, I'm going to enjoy this view, turn around, enjoy the river, drink my tea, and go home to bed after the night shift I've just done. Catch you all soon. Oh, lovely.
Are you addicted to crack?
The crack.